Hey guys, welcome back to my series of custom challenge runs in the Binding of Isaac Wrath of the Lamb edition. Today's challenge is called Your Mom. So we're starting out with the entire suite of Mom's items, as well as a bucket of lard. Which, you know, the joke there should be pretty obvious. I'm doing this challenge because I felt like, doing something kind of fast and, oh my god, I didn't even mean to make that pun, fast and easy. But really, I did feel like just doing a challenge that was going to be a little bit laid back. Because I want to do a couple of recordings and I don't really have time to do a ton right now. So, this should be pretty easy, and it should also be pretty easy to make jokes about. Here's a fun audience interaction thing that we can do. Let's use Mom's pad here. I haven't really used this item like at all. I'm surprised how little damage I'm doing, actually. But here's a fun audience interaction thing we can do. If you ever think of a Your Mom joke that I said that I didn't, catch, put it in the comments. That'll be fun. Anyway, I can't get rid of my spacebar item, but I can pick up this pony and put it back down to ensure that I don't get it again, even though I'm not sure I can actually find the Headless Horseman again. Might as well clear out this floor, I feel like. We're so early on, could get some extra keys or bombs. Obviously, I'm not allowed to go to item rooms in this challenge, though I might as well pop into that one and see what's there on our way back, maybe. I like that nickel and the chance of possibly getting to the top secret room, but I'm not sure it's worth it. Tough call. Let's do it. Live dangerously. Could have gone for the sure thing in the secret room up top, but secret room probably wouldn't have been as good as Sixth Sense. I think Sixth Sense is better than your average secret room. Anyway, let's find out what's in the item room anyway. Bomb bag, which I'm not going to be allowed to take. Unfortunately, because having a bunch of extra bombs would be useful indeed. So would flying, in fact. Some good items on that floor that I had to give up for one reason or another. If only I still had my bomb. Oh my god, of course. I used my bomb on a gamble, and now suddenly there's tinted rocks everywhere. I might go into the arcade later on and try to play for bombs and keys, but we'll see if that ends up being necessary. So, of course, if you've never seen the combination of Mom's knife and Mom's contact before, it's really good. The knife, especially on larger enemies that take a long time, as you saw with Headless Horseman, you can often keep things perpetually frozen, which is really useful on enemies with more health. Of course, with your standard enemies, it's not really going to do much simply because they die too quickly for the freezing effect to really do anything. So I'm not going to waste my key on that item room for obvious reasons. I might need it for something a little bit more important. But we'll clear out this room with relative ease. So if you guys heard the stuff on Edmund McMillan's blog about the new Isaac update, or not even update, but the remake that's coming out late 2013, he hopes. It's cool stuff, man. They're adding local co-op, which is unfortunate because, I don't know anybody close to me who's any good at the Binding of Isaac who might want to do a series with me, so that kind of sucks. But let's just fight the boss now. Maybe I'll go back to the arcade afterwards. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm a wild card. Wait, whoa, what happened to Larry Jr. there? Sometimes the freezing makes some weird interactions happen. Let's go try to find some bombs, because I could really use them. Those tinted rocks could spiral. I could blow one up, get some bombs, then use those bombs to get more bombs from more tinted rocks. And before you know it, we're in the secret room, we're picking up, Epic Fetus or something. No, I wouldn't actually do that. I'm going to stick with the knife for this run. Nothing that might be able to change it is allowed. Mom's knife. Maybe, the item I enjoy using most in the game. It's definitely not the most powerful, but I like it because it makes you play in an interesting way. I find it a lot of fun. Give me a bomb, come on. It's ridiculous. Come on. Okay, at least it's giving me some more money so I can keep playing. Oh, but yeah, the Binding of Isaac remake. So they're remaking it in 16-bit style. So around like Super Nintendo slash what's the other system? Game Boy Advance era, which is actually like that's one of my favorite styles artistically for video games. That was one of the best eras for like good-looking games in my opinion. I really enjoyed, especially the Game Boy Advance was a system that I spent a ton of time with. I really enjoyed a lot of games on that. Advance Wars is fantastic. Of course, the Metroid Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission were both super great. I spent way too much time with those games trying to do crazy like low percent runs and speed runs and whatnot. I was really active in that. In fact, if you look early on in my channel, Metroid Fusion was actually the first thing I posted, like way before I even really had a concept of what Let's Playing was. I was just involved in this like video game community, and they were talking about Metroid Fusion. I was like, oh, I can beat it 1% without getting hit, because I had done that before, and they were like, no way. So I did videos of all the bosses. It took me a long ass time to do, but I just made that to show them. And then later on I used the channel for something completely unrelated and left the videos up, so they're still there. But anyway, that is neither here nor there. And by the way, that phrase is not copying Northern Lion, so if you think that, then I don't know what to tell you, man. You must have a very poor grasp of the English language if you thought that Northern Lion invented the phrase neither here nor there. But this is all off topic. So it's a 16-bit styled remake of The Binding of Isaac. He's released some like promotional images of it, or not even promotional, but like mock-up images to show his vision for what the game might look like, but it's subject to change. And those look pretty cool to me. I don't know, I still prefer the original look of Binding of Isaac so far, but I'm not going to complain about it either. And it will be neat, if nothing else, like an interesting curiosity to see Binding of Isaac reimagined in such a divergent way, because right now the graphics are very clean. They're made in ways where the pixels are not obvious at all. There's no way out of that one. The creep like boxed me in completely. There's that freezing effect though. Sorry about that, Pestilence, but we'll definitely pick up a cube of meat here. I could really use some speed up, or like a flying item in the Devil Room would be ideal. Well, there we go. That was perfect. So now we got Spirit of the Night. I can fly. Of course, the spectral ability is going to be completely useless to me, but that's fine, because just the ability to fly is great. And with that in mind, I will pop into the curse room a little bit later on. But I should do that now before I like inadvertently pick up a spirit heart that I would then have to waste on the curse room here. But yeah, so I'm really excited for the remake, not only because of the artistic stuff or the co-op, but also because hey, I'll take Guppy's tail, that's fine. Maybe I'll turn into Guppy later this run. That would be crazy. He also says there's going to be another Wrath of the Lamb sized expansion to the game, which is crazy because Wrath of the Lamb like doubled the content in the game. So I'm really excited to see what else there might be in that, but presumably a bunch more items. He's adding a new floor, which I expect, but I have no way of knowing whether I'm right here. I expect the new floor to be after Satan, similar to the way the chest is after the cathedral, and that would be really cool to see an expansion of that side of the story, because I really do still prefer Satan as a boss. I feel like the Isaac and Blue Baby fights, just like the way they work technically, is not very smart or good. I think they're poorly designed bosses. So it would be nice to spend some more time on the Satan end of things, because I think he's a much more well designed end game boss. But anyway, he also said that there's going to be 2 new characters, which is great, because, you know, after a while all the characters kind of blend together. You have just, like, characters you hate, characters you like, and then Isaac. But they aren't, you know, it'll be cool to see what kind of other effects the other characters can have. Like Samson was a huge disappointment as far as I'm concerned. He's just like a debuffed Isaac. He doesn't have anything really distinguishing him from the other characters, because Bloodlust is such an irrelevant item so much of the time. So he's just like not very good, and that's his entire shtick. So, you know, he was really disappointing to me. So I hope that the next characters might be interesting in some other way. I wouldn't begrudge another Blue Baby style character who's like just purely to be challenging. That would be kind of neat to see what kind of, you know, aspects he might have. So that would be cool. Anyway, if you want to learn more about this, so you know everything that I do about it, go to Edmund McMillan's blog. I don't know the website offhand, but you can certainly find it on the internet, and you should also probably follow him on Twitter if you're interested in his games like I am, because he occasionally posts interesting stuff about the projects he's working on. Really looking forward to Mugenics, by the way. I haven't talked about this at all, but it's oh god, that was so dumb. It is a... I don't know. Nobody knows. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of like adjectives to describe it. Nobody knows what it's about, so that's impossible. Health Up is great though. So it's like all he knows is about cats. It's going to be randomly generated, and there's going to be like so many cats. And he's posted some like character designs for people in the game, and they're all like fabulously ridiculous. I love it. So I'm looking forward to that a great deal. I can't wait until that comes out so that I can almost certainly, at the very least, I'll look at it on the channel. There's no chance you won't see a video of it. But, excuse me, getting a little bit sick still. I've been, like, on and off sick all December. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, at the very least, you'll see me do a video of Mugenics. But I'm hoping this is going to be up my alley enough to do a playthrough on, because that would be really exciting to have a new game to play. It's so rare for me to find games that I really like enough to Let's Play. And that's why, like, it's always tough for me, because I don't want to copy every single game that Northernlion plays. Like, I do not want to fall into that trap. But at the same time, the dude has good taste in video games. So, you know, I kind of suspect we're both going to be playing Mugenics. Well, I'll try this, I guess. 3 cents, I don't hold out a ton of hope. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Let's just kill this poor innocent dude, because now I have more chance of Devil Room or Angel Room spawning, which could be totally worthwhile. If you're wondering why I'm saving this Hierophant card, by the way, I was thinking I would use it when I found another card that I wanted to hang on to, because it's good to do that with Spirit Hearts. I'm going to actually look for the secret room, by the way. We'll check up here. Next to the mob trap room first. You know what? It's not even worth a bomb to get into the mob trap room, but yeah, it's not there anyway, so it's not a decision I have to make. Man, there were a lot of possibilities for the secret room. I'm going to hang on to my last bomb. I don't feel like it's worth it to use my very last one. There's a good chance I'll hit a tinted rock or something at some point and be glad that I saved this bomb. Yeah, Mugenics. I bet Northernlion's going to play it. I might as well. But I'm going to use these Spirit Arts just in case this is a tough boss and I end up accidentally dying in here, which would be pretty embarrassing with the Hierophant card in my hand. That was an incredibly easy Husk fight. Hey, speed up, that's great. Because, of course, the dark side of this run, being your mom and all, was that I had to be a little bit overweight, which also made me a little bit slow. Though quite a bit tankier as well. Now I can keep the tankiness 90% more slow, or fast. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so at the time of recording this is the night before it's going to go up. We're on, Tuesday night. And tomorrow my new motherboard should be getting here. Yeah, I'm going to take Poison Touch for sure. Sorry, I couldn't think about what the item was while I was talking for some reason. Oh fuck. Oh come on! I was stuck on the stupid pedestal. I thought I could walk through that. Well, you can kind of, but it's like semi-permeable. But anyway, tomorrow my new motherboard's coming. Hopefully kind of early, and then I'm going to take it to a guy who will hopefully use it to repair my computer, and that'll be awesome. Isaac's Head, you should be helping me out a little bit here. Oh, it's over. I thought there was another wave coming. Yeah, hopefully that will mean my computer's back, which will mean XCOM will come back. I'm considering maybe doing a Far Cry series as well. That game looks super fun. Oh, I have Mom's Purse, of course, so I'll definitely hang on to Maggie's face. You know what? I don't want to spend any more time than necessary in a necropolis with, what's that condition? The darkness, Curse of Darkness. So I am going to just get out of here as soon as possible. There's a health up for me. Very nice. And let's move on to the next floor. We'll get an Eternal Heart here. By the way, I've resolved, due to the fact that, like, it apparently drives everybody insane when I forget to an Eternal Heart. I'm not going to wait to pick up Eternal Hearts anymore. Never again. If I see an Eternal Heart is going in my inventory, and I'm probably going to lose it as a result, but at least people won't tell me that you missed the Eternal Heart. So, that pisses you off, I'm sorry, but, you know, it's got to happen, because it's too much to think about. It's not the kind of thing that I can usually do while I'm providing commentary, because you'd be surprised how hard it is to think of anything except what's going on in the moment while you're trying to provide commentary. Like, long form strategy just doesn't happen most of the time. Half a spirit heart to pop in here is definitely worthwhile. Well, I mean, not definitely, but it's on average a good trade, I would say. I don't want to be in here at all, but I guess I should be okay, so, with the flying and all. Okay. That one spider was freaking me out. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the like overarching strategy, like I'm gonna leave this Eternal Heart here, and in 5 minutes or so I'm gonna come back for it, especially if something crazy happens in those 5 minutes, like in that Cain and Abel run. Like, just every single moment of existing in that run was a challenge, trying to work my mind around like approaching a room in a totally different way than I'm used to. So, like, remembering an Eternal Heart from that long ago was impossible for me. It wasn't going to happen. So, I'm just going to start picking them up, bottom line. To save my sanity and yours. Oh, no. Fuck. Might lose this Eternal Heart. I had hopes for it. By the way, I didn't pick this one up if you like weren't watching at the time. I have Maggie's Faith. So I got the damage up out of that chest. That's weird. And again, don't want to spend more time on the Necropolis than I have to, so let's just get out of here. Fight Mom. Especially if I kill Mom without taking damage here, there's a chance of me keeping this Eternal... Ah, come on. I don't even know. I thought I was over the rock for whatever reason, or like the rock was between me and that thing, and it wasn't. I don't know, man. So we got the Tears Up. We got the Hierophant. Too little, too late, unfortunately. We got the Polaroid, which I'm going to take instead of Maggie's Faith, because I don't think I have much chance of getting an Eternal Heart through a womb floor without taking damage. And Isaac's Head is actually fairly helpful. He's something to shoot along with me, because, you know, the knife is very short range, so if there's something long range, he can take care of it a little bit more easily than I can. And that could make the difference between, you know, getting hit and not. I almost said getting head and not. But when you're talking about your mom, I totally fucked that joke up. When you're talking about your mom run, getting head is kind of an inevitability. But don't continue stabbing, guys. What's going on here? Boss room, excellent. Oh, no. God damn it. But yeah, can't wait to get my computer back. If you don't know, if you haven't watched, did I even say this in a video? I know I've said it on like Twitter and stuff, but I can't remember. Liberty Cap is pretty good. I'm going to hang on to that instead of Isaac's Head. Unfortunately, Isaac's Head is a good item. Alright, and here's an excellent white pony for me that I am not allowed to take. See how long we can keep this guy frozen. Not very long. Oh, that was close. Oh, get away from the Razor Light. But yeah, I don't think I've actually mentioned the specific specifications of the computer I built. So I got a GTX 680 and a i7 3770K processor, and I also got a 256 probably gigabyte external hard drive. The mark. Dude, I totally forgot I had Mom's Pad for like this entire run. But anyway, the mark. I don't think it's worth 2 hearts. I'm doing plenty of damage, so we're going to leave that where it is. Unfortunate about the white pony, but that's okay. But yeah, so if you're like not familiar with computers, that's just like very high end. I'm very excited to have that computer. By far the most powerful and expensive piece of hardware I will have ever owned, and that should allow me to like hugely broaden my horizons with regard to recording. Like even when I was recording like Natural Selection 2 and Counter-Strike Global Offensive and stuff like that, it was still a problem. By the way, I know where the boss room is because I saw it earlier, didn't I? Isn't it like down bottom left? Oh my god, I might have to go all the way around. I saw it with the compass effect, which the Liberty Cap sometimes has. Hang on, let me recheck this to make sure I'm not insane. Yeah, it's right there. Fuck. I have to go all the way around. But yeah, when I was recording, even like not highly demanding games, but just like games that I want to play in a higher resolution, maybe, and that take some modicum of processing power, my computer wasn't able to handle it effectively. Like a lot of the time, it would be fine, just a solid 30 frames per second, and then every once in a while, it would drop down to like 20, 25, and those frame drops make it difficult to play well in like a competitive shooter. You can't really have that. It messes with your aim and your ability to see what's going on. And like in Chivalry especially, I couldn't block effectively because the timing would get thrown off of my blocks. There's a bunch of hearts around. I kind of want to play that blood bank. Yeah, let's go ahead. There's at least one play on the ground, so let's do that at least. So when I get my new computer, bottom line is that like recording those games in 1080p should be no problem. It's going to be a matter of like how long it takes me to upload the videos. That's going to be the limiting factor. Oh, I didn't finish playing that guy. Whoops. So we might get more money out of here. Nope. All right, and I'm just going to go pick up these hearts, and we'll be done with those guys forever. Yeah, that would be exciting, because there have been a lot of games where I've thought about playing them. I thought it would be fun, but it's like, my recording setup cannot handle it, unfortunately. So I'm looking forward to that. I feel like I've been rambling a lot. I'm not feeling great today. So that might be part of it. But the show must go on. Still just like living hand to mouth, basically, as far as uploads. I haven't been able to, what the hell is going on here? That is the weirdest glitch that I've ever seen involving mom's contact. And this is not good. I usually don't like to split these guys all at once, but that one worked out. Oop. Alright, and this should be much easier now. Oh, almost walked right into it. Perfect. Alright, let's fight mom's heart here. Oh, no, no. Okay. Perfect. That's always the hardest part, getting those lasers dead right at the beginning. I just want to, like, yeah, just stand in her. Yeah. You like that. You can't spawn things while you're frozen? That's against the rules completely, Mom. Anyway, got my health back, at any rate. Let's go to the cathedral. I feel like I should probably be able to beat the chest with this loadout, though. I mean, I'm not playing particularly fantastically right now, and neither am I, like, super powerful, but Mom's Contact is a pretty strong ability for the Isaac and Blue Baby fights, for sure. Like, keeping them frozen means they can't spam you with bullets, and you get free time to attack them, which is not really something you can come across a different way. How did that fly get behind me is my question. I don't know how that happened. Oh, man, my knife went around that guy. One knife contact with this fly was not enough to destroy it. It must have been the handle that hit the fly, because I think that has a different damage model. Definitely need to be keeping a close eye. Oh my god. I didn't conceptualize that the thing would come after. How could I possibly get that chest? I couldn't. That's how. That sucks. I guess I could use the chariot card to go over and get it while I'm invincible. This is not good all of a sudden. I took a lot of damage from those spikes, and I don't really have the kind of spare health where I can afford a couple of bad rooms in a row. Unfortunately. But war was not so bad. I took one cheap shot from him right at the beginning, but everything's fine now. Let's look for the secret room. Perfect. A little bit more money. So I'm hoping Isaac is to the right, because I don't want to try to walk past those spikes again. They have a really good chance of hitting me, and I really, especially in that configuration, there's literally nothing I can do about it. They'll just, sometimes they'll like go early enough to hit you, and sometimes they'll decide not to, and you don't know until it's too late to respond accordingly. Blue spikes, most annoying fucking thing in the game, pretty much. They're one of the few things in the game that can hit you whether, no matter what, essentially. Let's just use the world now. Oh my god. Alright, and then we can save the chariot for later on in case I need it. Probably for the Isaac fight after it looks like I'm about to die, but who knows? It looks like I'm about to die earlier than that. I'm not against using the chariot then. Excellent. A spirit heart out of that is great. The more of those I can get, the better I'm going to feel about the run, for obvious reasons. I'm going to drink a little bit of water while I gamble here. Super lucky getting a spirit heart out of the justice card. And that's going to be the end of that. Alright, well, 3 spirit hearts is not terrible. No thank you, Dick Judgment. Oh, come on. I'm going to blow up this one. If I get more money, I can go back to the other one. I'm not going to blow up Dick Judgment because he just contains spiders. What do we got? Oh, don't open it! Go into the cathedral, like, literally in a second, and it's going to be very valuable having the... how's the best way to do this? I want to stand in him, but I'm going to... That's like guaranteed hits when he wakes back up. But that also has a much better chance of keeping him frozen, so I don't know. Oh. Just keep him frozen. Yeah, this is actually way more powerful than I thought it was going to be. Might use Mom's pad here. Yeah, let's do it. Just... Oh, it works on Isaac! I had no idea! Kill him! Yes! Perfect. Wow, I did not know that Mom's pad could move Isaac. That's weird. Alright, that was not bad at all. And let's move on to the chest. Knowing that we can open all of these sweet chests. Mom's bottle of pills, which I am not allowed to have, actually. I forgot about that. No spacebar changes. Able, we just recently realized is useless. Yeah, cool. 3 spacebar items in Able. It's the best sitcom, but the worst situation to be in on the chest. That really sucks. I've read that, though I can't confirm this for myself, obviously, but I've read that Isaac, like, the more passive upgrades you get, the more it weighs toward giving you spacebar items, which is, hypothesized to be the reason that in the chest, even though you're on the normal, like, item room drop table for every chest you open, they tend to be spacebar items just because you're at the end of the game, so you have way more passives than you usually do. I'm accidentally shooting my knife diagonal so many times because of this damn keyboard. That's fine. Not a big deal. One more hit? Oh, come on. Damn it. Alright. We got our heart back. That's good. I feel like I have a pretty good shot on Blue Baby between the... that diagonal shot. I meant to shoot it up. But between the chariot card and Mom's pad, I should have a very good chance at taking out Blue Baby pretty easily. Just had to hesitate for a little while there to make sure I had a good opening. Wasn't about to walk into a bullet. What do we got in here? Oh, perfect! Found the boss nice and early. We do have to fight 2 harbingers, but it's not really that big a deal. I did take a hit of damage, though, which is not ideal right before the boss. Please give me my heart back, or like a spirit heart or something. You owe it to me. Ah, bomb. Alright, well, I can take 5 hits, and I have Mom's pad as well as the unicorn horn. We're obviously going to try to save both of my advantages until the harder stages of the fight, because the angel fetuses are going to be the worst. Oh, man. And we're going to use them one at a time, because both advantages will be great against the fetuses. Oh god, okay, I have to use one. I'll just use it, and then try not to get hit as he comes out of this. Oh, okay, then we're going to use the chariot. Should be able to kill him. Perfect! Wow, just barely defeated the chest on the Your Mom run. Thank you guys for watching. If you have suggestions for your own challenge run, make sure to leave them in the comments. Sorry I was kind of rambly and out of it for this one. I apologize for that. It's just going to happen sometimes when I try to make content every day. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video anyway, and I'll see you guys next time.